time will happen.
We are on YouTube.
Yeah, but okay, it's for me it's not showing, I guess. Oh, now it's I have a delay, I think. Nice, guys. So, hi YouTube. I'm Lara. I am the host on Mondays at 7 a.m. and I am 18 years old. I am been studying English for almost 2 years now, 1 year and a half actually. And I'm a student like you, and I'm not here to teach you. I'm just here to learn as much I can, and also have a great insights from your point of view. So Talk and Talk, it's a great platform for that. So if you want a place to talk with each others, has insight that will get your life better, and you improve your English, Talk and Talk is a perfect platform for it. For that, it's not just about English, but about communication and discussion. It's really great. And today we are going to discuss about what happens when we die. So I was telling for the guys that this topic came up in my mind when I was studying about the philosophers Plato and Aristotle. So these guys has different point of view, but I would like to know about you. I don't know which religions you guys have, but it will be great to know different kind of point of views. So yeah, and good morning, Anka. It's nice to have you here with us. How are you?
Morning, Lara. Morning, guys. I am fine. Thanks for asking.
Nice. So, we will start now with the first question. I will send again because I always forget to send in the questions. Okay. And also, as usual, we have a vocabulary list. And for this thing, this list will help me too because it's a deeper topic and I didn't know about many words. So we have a list here. I think you can see, right? Okay. So let's go into the first question. Can you read for us, Osvaldo, please? Start our discussion.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Go ahead. What do you personally believe happens after death? Um, well, to be honest, I don't have a deeply definition about death in my religion, I guess. But in my particular point of view, I truly believe that this happens. So I try to see on my way, this situation. So, of course, I try to polite myself um, to avoid the stereotype. Stereotype is uh, oh my God, I forgot. I forgot in Portuguese how to explain that, but I tried to different way. I try to avoid armadillas. I think it trap, or just trap, something like that. I don't remember exactly. I try to avoid this because I know maybe it could be used as a way to manipulate people, So I try to balance my personal feeling with to avoid these traps, I guess.
Oh, I get it. So it's nice to hear your point of view, Osvaldo. And now I would like to know about you, Márcio. What do you think?
So I believe death is not the end. I think it is continuous in some form or different form. I don't know. Yet for me, mm, it's not the end. That's it.
Nice. As I'm Catholic, guys, I have the same point of view, but I don't put on the other people like this is correct. each person has the different point of view, and we believe that the death it's not the end, but we don't believe in reincarnation. Do you know, just the soul that goes up in the heaven. So nice to know about your point of view, Marcio. And how about you, Aleph? What do you think?
Um, I am Christian, so I have a vision of the Bible that when we die, we will go to, we will start our life with God. And it, but death is not the end. That what it's what I want to say, because we believe that we have a promise about eternal life with God, and who rejected him will be separated from God. So yeah, that's it basically. That's it.
About this judgment from God, we'll have a great question about this later. Like, I don't know if I think it's seven. No, it's just about the judgment. I forgot the number, but we will talk later about this one. Thank you, Aleph. And how about you, Yanka? What's your take on this?
Well, I have two unpopular opinion about that. The first one, I'm not that religious actually. So to me, when you die, you just die, and if we just make part of the nature cycle, because you die and then you are buried and then your body is decomposed and then you get into the cycle of the life again, like turning into chemical component and feeding trees and so on, more scientific way, I guess. I'm more like that. And I don't believe in soul, that after that your soul is going to some part. I just believe that when we die, we just die, actually. But my father is from Candomblé, and in Candomblé, they believe in reincarnation. And I think it's beautiful, the philosophy of life. I don't think that I agree totally, but I admire this kind of philosophy that we came here to learn with the life, and then we will keep coming until we learn or evolve totally. And yeah, and then we finish this evolution moment. We will just stay in another part. I don't know exactly, but I am in this. Well, I'm more scientific, but I admire this other philosophy.
This is an interesting point of view. Like, it's beautiful. Either like we return to the nature, right? And this is kind of cool, I like it. And how about you, Lurian? What do you think?
In my case, I'm a Catholic person too, and I believe about so after life you can go to the heaven if you had a good behavior, or maybe if you have this judgment you can go to the hell, or maybe there is something like purgatory. Uh, I believe about that. I believe we have something after life that is not the end is not here, but I'm not sure what is it, because we need to go there to see, and I'm not interested in going now, actually. So, but I like, besides I am Catholic, uh, I like to have respect, like you said, Lara, the other points. And there are some things is really interesting for me, even if I'm not a believer. That I remember a TV show, a novel. The name was Alma Gêmea in Soulmates, and I remember it was a romantic couple that one of them was dead, and they keep coming and coming all of their lives, even in the past. And in the end of the novel, we have this song, and they show all the couples they were, and this for me was beautiful. Even I don't believe, this for me was beautiful. No, that you could see that a soul coming back to meet the other one all the time. But as a Catholic, like I said, I believe about that. But I think other ones is a beautiful version too. That's it.
Yeah, I think the respect is all that we have to have, like, because we can take some acknowledgments for other religion, and it's like the beautiful of a discussion, you have great point of views and have more acknowledgement about the other person, and yeah, I totally agree with you, Luria. And what do you think, Sydney?
Well, for me, guys, I strongly believe that our spirit go to some place like a spiritual realm or the heaven, or to be more directly. It's a kind of other dimension that I was raised in a Catholic familiar environment, and about this, I believe in the Holy Bible and all the things. I'm not in, but today I'm not a practicing Catholic, but I continue to believe this kind of thing. And I think the point of view of many religions, that they believe that there is a kind of supreme being, or it could be a God, and they believe that the people, when they die, they go to live with that God or supreme being. But yeah, I think this kind of, like, can I say, the process to stay here, to live this life, it's not in vain. I think there is a kind of, can I say, plan for us to stay here. I think to evolve. I believe in reincarnation as well. Think it's a kind of, yeah, spiritism religion. So yes, I think that's it. I think it's also explain some supernatural things, like how that some people see ghosts or phantoms about their dear relatives, things like that. So I think I still believe in spirit and soul, things like that.
Nice, because you take something from one religion and other from other religion like Spiritism, and you have this um like take things from Catholicism either. So it's nice. And later on, I would like to know more deeper what you really guys think about what happens with your consciousness. But let's dive into the second questions. It can seems like a dumb question, but it's one that philosopher has a great discussion about. So the second is, do you think all living beings, animals, plants, experience some form of existence after death, or it's unique to humans? What do you think, Aleph?
I think Aleph is not here. He asked for a minute to solve something
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't see. So you can say, Yanka, what do you think?
about animals. I think that I don't think that animals can experience this kind of oh my God, it's so difficult to talk about that, trying to do not offend anyone, you know. I am sorry, but because my vision is too scientific, I guess. But to me, the fact that animals do not go to the heaven, it's the proof that even us are not going to the heaven because do not exist heaven. What exists is the nature, in my perception, you know. So when the animals, to me, it's a good example because when they die, they naturally should die in the middle of the nature and then make part of that circle, that cycle that I mentioned before. So to me, even plants or animals do not live this after death experience, and even humans do not live that. To me, it's just part of the nature cycle.
Nice point of view. I think that you don't need to be like afraid to offend anyone. I think we are just discussing and everybody understand this here. So, how about you? So, what do you think, Ludian? You think that animals and plant has a different a place afterlife?
Plants, I never think about that. I know it's plants, we are alive too, but animals, yes. I have two dogs. I had a dog in my when I was young, and I like to think that they are waiting for me there, that I can see them one more time. I had a bird too. Like I said, I don't. I understand we have different kind of visions. Like Yanka was maybe afraid to say something that can hurt someone, but this is just what I believe. Like, and I prefer to believe on that to be happy now. So after I was, everyone will see what we believe, but now I prefer to believe that this is true. So animals, I hope so, because I have two dogs, three, and one bird there, and I want to meet them again. That's it.
Like, I think nobody cares about the plant, so it even has a soul. Just forget the plants, guys. Just focus on the animals.
All the plants that I've killed, when I didn't give water. Oh my God. But I used to have a lot of plants, but now I don't have anymore. Now this make me think.
But did you want to have your plants in the heaven, like you're waiting for you?
No, no. Like I never had this kind of connection like we have with an animal. So maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's because of the connection we have with other ones, with animals. But with plants, at least in my case, I don't have the same connection. But maybe they can be there in the garden, in my garden, like that.
Yeah, I get you. I don't think about plants either. Actually, I don't have this connection, but nice to hear about you, Lurian. And what do you think, Sydney?
Yeah, for me, it's not the thing that I don't consider this kind of animals or plants to have less value than us human beings. But for example, our pets, like the dogs, cats, birds, fishes, I think we have a kind of, I think, how can I say, a deep connection with them because we used to consider them like the part of our family, and we want to strongly believe that they have a spirit and they think like that. But I don't know if it usually it happens when they die, but about plants, yeah, I care about the plant, the natural things, but yeah, to consider that they are a spirit, it's so deep discuss this kind of things, and I think interesting. For example, religion. The religion, I think, I don't think that there are some. I don't know. There are thousands of religion around the world, so could be a religion that consider its kind of animals or plant have a kind of spirit. Maybe I think from Asian culture could be this kind of religion, but I think science, when we consider science, I think that there is no scientific proof, I think, evidence that this kind of thing exists. But yes, that's it.
I don't know where, but in which religion is, but I heard sometimes that one religions believe in reincarnation, in like you are human in this life, but you can reincarnation like a animal, you know? So it's different. The like it's not just to be a human in the other life. Oh, Hindu. Oh, okay, right. Thank you, Osvaldo. I didn't know about that. And okay, so what do you think, Márcio?
Okay, about these questions, I think so, but animal and plant or etc. I think so, but really different nowadays. Your your mind, for example, but I think so. Living beings.
Yeah, I have like the same thing thoughts, like it's different. I don't know if plants have souls. Maybe animals. I don't know plants, you know. So yeah, I have some more things to think about it to create an argument. And how about you, Aleph? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess only humans um, have a spiritual side. So I believe that humans has a life after death, a life after death. So animals, I think that doesn't have. It's hard to say, but I guess it was created to us eat them and to create them with us. But I think that they don't have um, a life after death.
For me, it's difficult to imagine the heaven because in my mind, it's just based on what we have in the earth, like animals, plants. So for me, it would be like a peace place, but with plants and animal too, you know. So I have this vision. I don't know what will be the heaven, but I would think that I would like to have it's the food, you know. I don't know if we can eat in the heaven, but it's something that sometimes I think about. And what do you think, Osvaldo?
Well, guys, a long time ago, I've watched a move related exactly about the questions called Seven Years in Tibet, where Brad Pitt is the main actor of this movie. And after this, I've never searched deeply about this topic again, but I had some happenings in my life that um, I continue curious about to learn more about that. The movie is related this region on inside of China, I would say. So this the Brad Pitt was try to live in another place. He was a European in a World War II period, and he moved to this region. And I remember a specific scene where some guys was building something, and there was a lot of bugs house in that place, and the Hindus decided to stop the building and to replan this building because of these bugs, because they believe in in a kind of a reincarnation, you know. So in that moment, they respected a lot the nature in general, you know. And as Yanka, in my point of view, I think I really like it. I loved the way that they see the world, you know. And I remember some years after that, I searched a little bit about more Hindu, not deeply. Currently, I follow some Hindu on YouTube channel, especially YouTube channel, and sometimes I watch some piece of videos about this kind of questions, you know. But yeah, in my perspective, it's hard because in my religion don't have this kind of feeling or orientation, no. But in my perspective, I like Lurian said, I like to believe that I feel I prefer um believe that I would be freedom in this part of life, then I will be judged, you know, something like that. Yeah, that's it. And I don't apologize about my point of view, okay, guys? I'm sure that this topic will bring a lot of different points of view, and that's so interesting. That the first time this topic will bring for us, in my, if I remember well, and that's it.
Yeah, it's nice, like your point of view, because like I like to understand other religions too, and I continue following the Catholicism, but I like to know what the other people are thinking, you know, and in part, I think that a choice of religion of someone can lead their decisions, you know, like their well-being. Like Lurian said that liked this vision of having a animal in the heaven waiting for her, like her pets, and this brings a comfort feeling, you know. So the religion can bring this feeling of comfort or fear, of judgment, of go to the hell. Like I know people that really afraid of going to the hell, you know, and their decisions it's lead about this, not just being good, but because I have afraid, fear to go to the hell. So we are going to discuss about this deeper. Um, and nice guys, it's really a great immersion that we have here. And the third question, I would like that Yanka read for us. But like I know that your point of view don't exist after death, but if exist, what do you can imagine, you know?
If exists, okay. The question is if consciousness continues after death, do you think it remain individual or does it emerge with something greater? Something individual or something greater? Oh my God. I
How I
don't
can see you, Yanka.
I think that I think that it just finish, I guess. I think it's individual because it finish. I don't think that it will make part of a greater stuff like everyone that die make part of something very big. I don't think so. I think that consciousness it's a net of neurons, I guess, in our brain, neurons, hormones, and so on. I think neuroscientists can explain this better, but it's just ligações, you know, energy that we share between neurons, and some of them we make very strong because we repeatedly do that. And one thing very interesting about that sometimes it's against what I think. It's when people almost dead, you know, that kind of experience called um, near-death experience, NDEs, I guess, that people almost dead and say that, oh, I saw Jesus, I saw my whole life, and so on. And to me, this is part of our neurogenetic system too. and that make us part of our context. Cortex, frontal cortex, has a chemical interaction that make us not imagine, but live something that we lived, or imagine something that we can imagine in some way. But most part of this, it's about chemical, neurogenetic, and a mix to me of the REM sleep mode, o sono REM. So that mix these two and make some images in our brain. So to me, we just that, and this near death experience, it's just a chemical composition of your brain, in my perception. I don't know if I was clear, but it's not my field. I am a demographer. I'm not a neurologist. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's good. I was thinking like it's interesting because people use this to justify like exists a heaven, because exists this near death experience, and you bring this point like it's just chemical thing, neuroscience, and this is something that area that I really like to study, and this was really interesting, Yanka, to know about that. Nice. And what do you think, Ludian?
Yes, my fate. I think we've learned that when we go to the heaven, we don't have pain, we don't have more anything to think about bad things, about shit. So when I think about my conscience after a life, I think everyone is overcome, all the problems, and they are just enjoying there. I don't think we have conflicts. So at the same time that we can learn with our life, after that I don't think we need to worry about that anymore. So maybe you can really be a better versions of ourselves, something greater. That with the question, I'm not a scientist. I cannot explain all the time. When you are with someone who is really scientist or really realist, and you talk about that, they will try to explain something about how this can happen because of science, and this is nice too, because it's nice that we can explain some things. But in my opinion, after, my conscience will be the same, but because I don't have the bad parts anymore, so maybe I can enjoy more and don't think about all the problems that I had in the past. It's really hard to talk about that. I have inside jokes with colleagues, friends, family about, afterlife you see, afterlife you see it, but it's hard to explain. It's just something that I prefer to believe, and I prefer we don't have any more pain. So if you don't have pain, I don't think we have reasons to have fight. So we can have a better relations with the other ones. That's it.
I like this joke. If I can give my 2 cents of this question, like I think that I believe in the heaven, so afterlife. I think that our consciousness will gain all the acknowledgement about the world. Like I think that God know everything, like how the universe is made, how the things how it works, and I think that us will receive this power acknowledgement too. So I think our consciousness will have an evolution to understand what is going on in the universe, so it's something that I think about. Nice. And how about you, Sydney?
Yeah, for me, I strongly believe that it remains individually. I think if we continue holding our personality or our memories. But guys, uh, thinking more deeply about this world, I think we are. I have my individual perception that we are living a kind of purgatory. or hell, because there are a lot of surfer around the world with a lot of people. When we see our life, I think that there are more, how can I say, there are more hard work, more hard things that we had more difficult moments than pleasure moments or good moments. So I think consider the point of view of the Bible or the Catholic. I think this world is a kind of purgatory, and we will stay here. We stay here to face this kind of problem, to I think to overcome this kind of obstacles, and to go to another stage or step, you know. So it used to give me a kind of comfort. I think I think it really said about to go for after my death, I go to a place that I could I'm gonna say I could rest, I could stay in a without pain. I think yeah, it used to give me this kind of sensation, the comfort, and continuing my journey here. And because uh, my personality, I don't know this kind of process. If there is a process that we are facing now, we are falling. So yes, that's it.
That's a new for me, like we are living in purgatory now. It's different. I never heard about that, but it's yeah, we have a lot of suffering nowadays, and I don't know if I am pessimistic, but each day seems that it's worse, you know. I don't know. Of course, that in the past we have a lot of deaths about things that now we can solve, of course. But I don't know, I have this vision that the connection, human connection is missing. So we have this kind of thing like evolution in science or whatever. But because we have a lack in connection human, we have a lot of suffering. In this vision that you bring up about purgatory was really nice. Thank you, Sidney. And what your take on this, Marcio?
So, in my point, remains individual. I don't think so. Yeah, not today. Yes, because we have a control, but uh, after death, they are different control. You know, one different power, for example, and nowadays, yeah, different control. In my point.
Oh, okay, so we have us, like you said, the control will be different, but it's still individual, right?
In after death,
Yeah. Oh,
individual after death, I don't think so. Today, yes. You know, and today, yes, because I don't know in English, I don't know say English and livre arbitrio, and today, but after death, they are different. Uh, livre arbitrio, for example.
no, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Nice, nice, nice to hear your point of view, Márcio. Thank you. And how about you, Aleph? Are
I
you
don't, I don't, I don't have an answer. I guess it's uh, to me it seems crazy. I think that it will happen a merge with something greater, and it will remains individual. I don't know. I I never thought about this. So yeah, that's it. I don't have an answer.
It's hard, isn't it, guys? Like it's not something that we usually take time to think about because you know life is going on and you don't take a while to think about that. like I never thought about plants, so it's something that just imagined in this immersion, right? It's why philosopher in the Greek, older Greek, has so many times to think about. They create um, beautiful things, beautiful thoughts and philosophy. And today we are building just mechanical. I think. And how about you, Osvaldo?
Yeah, guys. The question after each one is becoming more hard to answer, you know? Uh, okay. Guys, at first, I think it's important to say that I'm not sure if I have religions that I follow current. I think I have my faith, you know? A mix of different points of view, maybe, I guess, you know. I had religions where I was raised, you know, but I don't believe entire in all religions, not only specific one, because in my perception, just to justify my answer, okay? In my perception, the faith exists. I truly believe in God, the good and bad things, and these stuffs. But religions was made for humans, and humans have interesting, you know. So I'm not sure if everything is truth or not, you know, in my point of view. So I prefer to learn interesting thing. And about that movie that I mentioned, is one of the best one that uh I've seen my entire life. You know, that's amazing. I truly recommend to watch it. Um, okay. And about the answer at all, mm, I don't think so because in my perception, alive, who are alive have the power to change everything, you know. After with death, I'm not sure if we have some great place to go, make part of something greater or something like that, you know. I like to think that we have the power to make good things to not only for our loved ones, but for the every humans at all. You know, the legacy that we can they share take it. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it. I could explain it. I guess.
Yeah, I get it. And this movie, it's really awesome. I watched it a few years ago, and
Yeah.
like how they choose fight without guns. Just okay.
Yeah.
I will accept my destiny. I don't know. It's a really a good movie. I
Yeah.
recommend to.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, but Lulian, have you already answered? I forgot this question.
The question number three, yes. Which
Oh,
question?
okay, yeah. Okay, it is this question. So, guys,
Yeah.
we just have 10 minutes, and I really have to be more like to decide to do breakout rooms. But as I like to hear all of you, it's difficult, but I promise in the next one, I will divide us in two rooms. So, to finish, I would like to mix two questions that you can answer you truly thoughts about it. Don't worry. So it's the six and the seven. As you will only have 9 minutes, you can just give a brief answer. And it's like, how might the idea of afterlife shape our moral choice and sense of responsibility in this life? And do you think the human desires to believe in afterlives come more from hope or from fear of non-existence? So, what's your take on this, Osvaldo?
Yeah. Yeah. As I mentioned in the beginning, I try to avoid traps because mm, the human mentality, mindset, or the human interesting could be try to manipulate us to not to do or do something and try to put in our mind that if we do something, we will go to the hell, for example, you know. So I try to avoid to fall down in these traps, I would say. I don't know if this expression exists in English, but uh, in my perception, I try to follow what I truly believe what is good or bad, you know. Um, all my actions, I try not. I think deeply about that before to take any action. Truly, in my what I truly believe, if what I'm doing is a good or not thing to do, you know. Yeah, so I follow my instincts in my perspective more than a religion currently, to be honest.
Nice. I think it's a wrong conception that people think that someone doesn't have a religion, it means that don't have a sense of moral. It's for me, it doesn't make sense. Like you can have good actions without a religion, you know. And it was really good as well. And how about you, Lurian? Because you said before that you has an internal joke about, oh, you will see in afterlife. So do you think people do usually actions for fear? What do you think?
I don't know. I think we have here the laws and the about crimes, but I think this idea to think about afterlife is more about maybe you cannot have your punishment here and earth, and because maybe you just can do something bad or committed a crime and no one will see or no one will judge you because it's sometimes it's really hard, but the idea to have something about your moral, about your ideas, I think this really can help us live in society, like try to understand and respect the limits of the other ones. So what I believe is that when I said about inside jokes is because a lot of people they don't believe about that, and I said we see when we are there, okay? And I hope in 80 years, I hope I know and so far, but remember what I'm saying right now. So I have these jokes like I give someone that, oh, remember that what I'm saying because I will repeat this for you. So I have these jokes about when people don't believe because this is about faith. Faith is you need to believe, like you cannot explain, you cannot. So if this can guide us and try to help us to live better in society, it's a good thing to don't do anything bad with something else, someone. I think this can shape us and can help um, give us hope too for the future. That's it.
Yeah, your point of view, like it's my point of view, I agree with you. I think it's because you are Catholic, and I think of course that we can be 80, like we don't have this middle of the sides, you know. So I think the religion has a lot of things good, you know. You have people that follow the religion that have these rules and shape, like you already said, their decision, and it's good decisions. So I agree. And Yanka, your point of view will be very interesting. Like, I think I have a assumption of your point of view. So, but let's go. What do you think?
I don't like this discussion about morality. To me, it's very difficult because I was religious, guys. Until my 17 years old, I said the God's word in the Assembleia de Deus, Ministério de Belém. I was a missionária of God for a long time in my life, but then I just studied some stuffs and mainly about society, and I didn't agree about a lot of things that was happening in the world, and I fought with God, and until today we didn't make peace, but maybe one day we can do this. But to me, the religious morality bring to us the idea, the good against the bad ones, and make us feel that we are the good ones, this morality that make us feeling, oh, I am the good one, I am the good side, and so on, and make us feel that we have the power to judge the others. Like, I am the good one, my life is moral, your life it isn't. So you are going to the hell and I am going to the heaven, this duality that make us feel that we are superiors to others. And in my perception, actually, the idea should be help each other. Do not judge each other. Do not elect who are gonna be to the hell, for example. So to me, it brings the idea that you are more moral, but it hides a huge hypocrisy in my perception, because you just hide your sinners, your seus pecados, your sinners, it's not sinners, but hide these behind of your idea of morality in the end. And it's not, in my perception, this not follow what Jesus said. Jesus walked with poor people, sometimes outlaw people, and helped in the limit, not judge everyone. So yeah, it's a fake idea of morality and responsibility in my mind. And yeah, I think it's that.
Guys, I really think that we should to do a part two of this thing. Like, I send the link in the chat. If you want a part two, I can bring, of course, other questions, but with the others that we didn't discuss, so you can say to me. But let me hear about Sydney and Márcio to finish our great immersion. What do you think, Márcio? What's your thoughts?
Okay, about number 7. So I think it's coming from both, because both hope of reunion and peace, but I also fear of disappearing forever. About the question, they're both, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's not just one side. We have this a middle between them. I think human is hard to understand, They have a lot of feelings, and this guide our decisions. So yeah, and I get it. And how about you, Sydney?
Yeah, for me, I think holding and considering the knowledge of most religions, I guess the majority of the people used to, I think this kind of afterlife shape their moral sense of and responsibility. Unfortunately, they used to I'm not going to say the majority of people, but the part of them, they used to be good, to make good things in order to not be judged in kind of that divine judgment, and they have a good life in the other that in their other, I don't know, the divine sacraments. Unfortunately it have because because they are not good, but they want to have this kind of rewarding after the death.
You're guys, you guys are amazing, right? Your point of views, your thoughts, and I have a lot of things about to research after that, and I really appreciate our time here. I think that we should have a part two. So if you bye bye, Lydia. So if you think that the same way, you can send me your point of view on the link that I sent. So I really like it to our discussion, our immersion. So I hope you a great week. And yeah, guys, bye bye.
Thank you, guys.